Instantly, when I became deathly ill, I was able to summon an ambulance, my next door neighbor, my family, and my doctor without picking up a telephone. I used this remote control to contact LifeCall, my 24-hour emergency medical response service. Watch. You just press this button and speak into the air and...
I'm having chest pain.
I'm calling paramedics and your family, Mr. Miller.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
See? Protect yourself with LifeCall, and you're never alone. LifeCall can save your life.
A quick excerpt, just a little bit of play on words there. LifeCall, Bitcoin. Bitcoin can save your life. You guys get it. You can opt out of the financial system and buy this one asset that we've been given. We've been given this since 2009, and this is the one thing where you can opt out of the system and get into Bitcoin. And with that, what's happening, Crypto Crew? Sean's coming back at you, another cryptocurrency video. Before we get started, take a look at our link tree. You can find it here below in our Twitter handle, but you can see all of our socials here, all the social information, the official Bitcoin Bros website. If you want to check out our Patreon, be a part of our community, we have one seat left at this price. It's not going to last forever. Check it out at patreon.com/Bitcoin Bros. And with that, taking a look at the Bitcoin price. What do we see? What do we anticipate? People could be looking at this chart in a multiple of ways. The current time is recording, we're right below 70,000 at 69,395, and Bitcoin has been trading in this symmetrical channel. So how do we measure this? Because this could look like a bull flag or a bull pennant. So we're going to give you two price targets here. The first price target is what we have to pay attention to. So we have this symmetrical triangle here, which the way you measure this is from the top line to the bottom, and then you see where the breakout target could be or would be. The current time is recording. If we break out today, that would take Bitcoin all the way up to roughly $84,000. So you're talking about an $84,000 to $85,000 price target. Now this could be even pulled down a little bit farther, depending on how you measure these wicks and these candle bodies. So once again, taking this up to roughly between $84,000 and $85,000. If we have a breakout, we could have a pullback down to the $66,000 range. But as you see, this is putting in higher highs and higher lows. So as far as the candle bodies, we probably aren't going to go lower than 65 unless we have a breakdown to the downside. So then you have to measure this to the downside, and the downwards target would be roughly 55,000. So that's where this symmetrical triangle technical target would be taking us. Now, if you're looking at this as a bull pennant, we could be seeing something like this. And some people are using these charts. We've seen these targets, and if it breaks to the upside, you'd be looking at roughly a $100,000 Bitcoin target if this is a bull pennant. Now, if it breaks to the downside, we're seeing even lower price action. This could be a major cool off down to the mid 40s. Now, this was in the cards for Bitcoin. Question to ask is, what will happen to Bitcoin prices if the Fed lowers interest rates? That's the question on everybody's mind. What is Jerome Powell going to do? When will they lower interest rates? They have to do it sooner rather than later. Is it coming later in this year? Bitcoin Bros do think so. But what's going to happen to the price action? Well, according to this article, the potential of multiple rate cuts can create a favorable environment for the price and perhaps provide a different price range than the current environment of rapid rate increases and multiple ETF approvals driving most of the price action. In the short term, it is likely that cutting rates will help all risk-on assets, including Bitcoin. In the long term, it'll also contrast and compare Bitcoin's model to the fiat model, with the central banks prone to reducing rates and letting money supply inflate at the first sign of real economic trouble, proving out why a scarce distributed money rather than arbitrary dictates in the service of the few would be beneficial to many. This article is in line with Bitcoin Bros thought process. We're going to have some rate cuts. It's not a matter of if, but when, and it is going to be favorable for all risk on assets. Bitcoin in the cryptocurrency space will get shocked to the upside, and we also have the halving coming this month, estimated around April 20th. It's 11 days away. What effect is this going to have on the price? It's always been up and to the right every price cycle. An update from El Crypto Prof, he's seeing this bull pennant play out as well, but this isn't for the Bitcoin price action. This is for the total 3. So let's look at this. Let's look at this flagpole to see where the technical target could be. If this is a bull pennant, we can pull this up, and then this is the pennant here. And if we just pull to the downside of where this breakout would be, the bottom line, pull this up to here. So this would take us from a $727 billion market capitalization all the way up to roughly a $1.16 trillion market capitalization. A major gain as far as, the alts go. We're looking at a 60% increase to the upside. Now, once we get through this, you do see that we are starting to stair step our way through the fib. So technical target, the next fib to see would be, that 1.272, that $1.33 trillion. And we showed you this in previous videos, this big rounding bottom. If this rounding bottom does act as, somewhat of an inverse head and shoulders pattern, depending on, this could be a funky shoulder over here. It doesn't look the prettiest, but this technical target will take you up to that 1.272 at $1.36 trillion. Once again, massive opportunity in the alt market. And another update, Bitcoin, after Bitcoin reached its all-time high in 2017, the correction lasted 21 days. After that, a parabolic rally. Did the same thing in 2020, the correction lasted 21 days. After that, we saw a parabolic rally. Same scenario in 2024. He's calling for a big week this upcoming week, because every single time we reach this all-time high line, we have a brief correction, a brief consolidation before we get very parabolic. Every single time, brief correction, brief consolidation, getting very parabolic. Also where we are right now today. Pay attention. We'll leave you with this chart right here. This is from Glassnode. Bitcoin total supply held by long-term hodlers. Why is this chart important? Look at the last few peaks. What we're looking at, we see once this falls down, that means we are in price acceleration. The price inversely goes up. But as soon as this falls down, starts to curl to the upside, that means the peak is in and you want to get out. Look right here, it fell down. As soon as we've seen that rounding bottom, that was the peak. And right now we are falling off of a cliff. How low will we fall? So we turn dark mode off for you, and what we're going to do is take a screenshot really quick and try to connect some lines to see when this slope could be starting to round. So here's a screenshot. Let's just draw a line here, and what we're going to do is connect these bottoms from the 2017 peak all the way up to the current price action. So this was the 2017 peak, and we put in this uptrend here for the 2021 peak. 2025, could we come down and touch this line and kiss this line before this starts to curl? Something to definitely pay attention to, because this is still putting in higher highs and higher lows. Doesn't necessarily have to mean that we're going to have to respect this line, but it's something that we should pay attention to. And with that, I'm Sean with the Bitcoin Bros. If you guys like this content, go ahead and smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and show us some love. We appreciate the support. With that, that's all I have for you today, and I'm out.